Hello, YouTube. No funny intro today, and also this video is not monetized, nor will I put any kind of um, sponsorship thank yous from channel members on it today. I'm going to give you a series of events, and by the end of these events, I want it to be, um, I want to say a very important message. I have Twitch chat up right now. While we're doing this, I was going to record this off stream, but I think it's important for the people who were actually there for these events to have an input if they decide to have one. So earlier today on stream, it started off with a discussion around the perk of Pentimento, and one of my VIPs, KMD, and I were discussing the use cases, and he pointed out that the popular content creator Hens uses Pentimento in his Jason Streak build. And so we decided to go ahead and test it out. I thought maybe I would do some sort of like video on what I thought of the build, and maybe that'll still come, I'm not sure. But during the second game of this experiment, I was playing like absolute trash. Gens were popping left and right along with all of my totems. That's actually the background footage for the video you're currently watching. And I was missing all sorts of spikes. I was getting into, I don't know if I'd call it an argument. KMD can tell you whether or not he considered it one. But KMD criticized one of my plays, and I let my ego take over, and I got mad. So I was very pissed off at the way I was playing, and I was taking it out on other people, which is already not a good sign. And we had this particular player in the match called Toxic Jake. And Toxic Jake is exactly like his name sounds. He was taunting, flashlight clicking, teabagging, all the classics. Nothing that really bothers me all that much anymore. It used to. I used to get really mad at BM inside of the game, but I just don't really give a shit that much anymore. And so after the game, the Jake said a couple of, toxic things in the in-game chat. And something you need to know about me is that I am I hate people who purposely try to piss other people off. I think that trying to make other people mad, outside of like the classic, trolley rage baits, like putting your milk before your cereal, or putting your socks on before your pants, or some stupid shit like that. I think if you go out of your way to try to make other people upset and miserable, you're just a bad person, right? You're just a fucking, like, you're obviously got some own personal issues you're taking out on other people. And the frustrations, or I'm not even say the frustrations, I will say the anger of me playing badly and knowing that I was playing badly and my ego getting bruised, combined with the fact that I didn't like the type of person this Jake was, led me to say something that I'll play the clip for you now. Hit them, and the dead heart is still active. Kill yourself, Jake. At the very end of the game, I said something that I always admonish other people for. In fact, when you're watching this video very soon, within the next few days, a video will release of me admonishing survivors for it. I admonish survivors every time it happens on stream, and the few times we've had killer players tell me the same thing, we have also admonished them and we've held them accountable. So I think it is important that you on YouTube know what I did, because I want to hold myself to the same standards that I hold everybody else on the internet. Every single stranger out there who comes into my chat or who types in the in-game chat on whatever, or if I see a clip of a streamer saying these things, we hold them accountable for their actions. And everything I've told you today may be used as an explanation, but absolutely none of it is an excuse for the way I acted, the way I reacted, and the way that I let my temper overtake me. And I think that this is an important lesson in self-reflection for all of us. I could bury this entire thing. Only 6 people were in chat when it happened. I could delete the VOD. I could unpublish it to make sure no clips could be made of it. I could completely pretend it never happened. As far as you're concerned, this would have never seen the light of day. But I am not going to sit there and pretend like this is probably the worst thing I've ever done on stream. I've had a couple of outbursts. I've had some times where I've lost my temper, and I've had some times where I've said things I've regretted. But I don't think there is anything worse that you could say out loud than telling someone to off themselves. And so I'm showing you that I did it, that I fucking said it, and I'm not proud of it. And I want to make sure that you know that I hold myself to the same standard I hold everyone else to. This was not right. This was not something I should have done. And I don't want anyone to come to my defense on that matter, because at the end of the day, it's something we should hold ourselves accountable for. So I am holding myself accountable. I am going to take a look at my temper. And yeah, that's the video. I know it's short. I got like a 6.5 minute recording, but it is something that I wanted to edit and put out there and make sure that you know that I've done something that I'm not proud of. Because at the end of the day, if we are not prepared to take responsibility for our actions, then what kind of people are we actually? You can never self-improve if you do not first admit that there are things to improve upon. Love you so much, YouTube. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.